The NDP are claiming they just didn't know that there was a clause in Alberta's electricity retailer contracts that allows those retailers to dump their contracts if the government makes changes to legislation that renders those same contracts unprofitable. Now, these contracts are called Power Purchase Agreements, or PPAs, and they've been around for about 16 years. Now, the Deputy Premier, Sarah Hoffman, called the regulation that allows the dumping of these contracts secret and covert. But was it? Should the NDP have known about this regulation in Alberta's electricity legislation before making broad, sweeping, changing policies that affect the electricity contracts? Yes, definitely. The NDP should have bothered to read the law before doing things to change it. Any responsible government would have done this. But is this the truth? Did the NDP really not know? Well, here is former PC leader Jim Prentice during the 2015 pre-election leaders debate, warning Rachel Notley that her changes to electricity policy would cost billions of dollars. Here.
Ms. Notley, I've not ignored the coal thermal plants. As the federal minister, I negotiated the closure dates.
If you extended them.
Let me finish, please. If you are going to close those plants early, I know there are billions of dollars of damages that have to be paid. How are you going to pay that?
But let's get even more specific. The NDP claim they just didn't know about this secret hidden clause in the energy contracts. That's weird because here is Wildrose leader Brian Jean asking the government about cancelled PPAs March 10th, 2016. Here.
After TransCanada cancelled the major power contracts because of NDP policy, the Energy Minister said that it would have little impact on consumers. Well, the former head of Alberta's balancing pool said those changes will put Alberta power consumers on the hook for an extra $500 million per year. That means higher power bills for every single Albertan, for seniors, the unemployed, struggling business owners. All will feel the pinch when they can least afford it. This is life under the NDP.
Oh, and here is Wildrose MLA Don McIntyre warning the government about the looming problem with the PPAs way back on March 16th, 2016. Just watch.
Mr. Speaker, the Honourable Premier recently said she intended to review ENMAX's transfer of unprofitable power contracts back to the balancing pool, claiming it's due to the low price of coal. FYI, ENMAX's move was pursuant to 4.3J, a standard clause within power purchase agreements that says when a change in law could reasonably be expected to render continued performance unprofitable, a buyer may terminate this arrangement and shall not be liable for any termination payment, and these rights were confirmed by the balancing pool. Did this government create a climate plan without analyzing its contractual liabilities with the power companies?
So they knew. I went through Hansard and I found a dozen instances of the NDP either mentioning the PPAs or being warned about problems looming with the PPAs. But the NDP would rather claim incompetence as a defense and lie to you about what they knew and when they knew it. They'd rather lie to Albertans than just come right out and admit the truth. Watch NDP MLA Darren Billis reveal the real motive behind all of this from way back when the NDP was the third party in the legislature, from March 20th, 2015. Here.
Given that even the Premier himself admitted last October that we've been paying more than we should for electricity in our province, and given that these unnecessary electricity retailers add cost to Albertans' power bills, back to the same minister, will your government take action to save Albertans money on their electricity bills by removing these middlemen? When will this government finally do the right thing, re-regulate electricity in this province, and save Albertans money?
So the NDP want the energy retailers gone altogether. They want the government to control the energy grid so that they can do what they want with it. They're going to take control and green the grid at all costs, even if it means billions in penalties, energy poverty for Alberta families, and the end of Alberta small towns that live around our coal mines. The NDP should be claiming arrogance, not ignorance. For the Rebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid.
Thanks for watching. Click here to never miss a Rebel update. Want even more of the Rebel? Well, click here to become a premium member.